This is a group of about 35 citizens, and that's an important point I want to make right off the bat. This is a citizens committee. There are no elected officials, no politicians, and frankly, I think that's a good thing. Speaking from experience, I can tell you that sometimes politicians get in a room and they just start giving speeches and grandstanding, and things just go haywire. The reason I believe that this committee is going to do some good solid work is because it is just citizens, no politics, no elected officials. So these 35 citizens cover a cross-section of the community. You'll see a lot of faith leaders, pastors, civil rights leaders, protest leaders, community members, police, members of the police department, the police unions. We really wanted to get every perspective in the room because we know that getting everyone in the room and talking these issues through is the only way to reach consensus. I think we have three fantastic co-chairs. David Fleetwood from Labor's Local 500, Anita Madison, who's on the NAACP Board of Directors, but also just retired as a 22-year police officer. She retired as a sergeant. And Peter Silverman, who is a local attorney, but was on city council back when things like the Citizen Police Review Board were passed, and then served on the school board and actually specializes in mediation. That's his legal area of expertise. In fact, has written textbooks on it. And this is certainly a topic where maybe we could all use a little mediation. So I think we have a great group of community leaders who are going to dig down and roll up their sleeves and get serious about this. I know human nature, and I know that there are some people who say, what do you need what are you doing forming a committee? We know what we have to do. We should just go ahead and pass all these ordinances and implement all these changes. Okay, I understand that perspective. But there will be others who will say, why are we even having this discussion in the first place? Our police department is generally strong and has never, engaged in some of the terrible things you see on CNN from, all too frequently. And you know what? I understand both of those perspectives. But in reality, public policy is made in the middle. And every time we have done meaningful reform in this city, and I'm old enough already to go back 21 years. I was elected to city council in 1999. So I've been around, and I remember the smoking ban. We're the first big city to do the smoking ban. We passed the first predatory lending ordinance, living wage, more recently regional water, the lead poisoning ordinance. All of those were issues that were maybe controversial at first, but by embracing a serious and thoughtful process like this, we eventually gained the consensus needed to make reform, and I think that's what this is all about. I don't think positive progressive reform is possible without this kind of a thoughtful debate and discussion, and that's why I'm so excited to see where it takes us. I won't be in the room, and there will be no elected officials in the room, so I don't know for certain which direction things are going to head. I know at the end of this process that the committee will present a report to me and a report to City Council, and we'll take that report and consider it and then decide what to adopt. I think in general, any topic that pertains to community police relations, any topic that pertains to successful policing strategies, I think that's all fair game. In terms of specific issues that I know will be discussed, the issue of whether we should still have police in schools. Some people think that maybe that program has run its course. Maybe we shouldn't have police in schools anymore. There'll be a debate and a discussion about the Citizen Police Review Board. Should it have subpoena powers? Should it have a budget? Should it, should it be made stronger, or should its powers be altered? No-knock warrants will be something I'm sure this committee will discuss. The use of things such as tear gas and rubber bullets and pepper spray. When are the times that those things would be acceptable? When wouldn't it be acceptable? Maybe it's never acceptable. I mean, all of those things I know the committee is going to deal with, and the recommendations they make, we'll listen to them, and we'll act upon them. So the conversation could go any way, any different direction, and I think that's the beauty of a process like this.